My name is Vanessa, and I live in Bar Harbor with my husband, two kids, golden retriever, and two chinchillas that we accumulated during the coronavirus pandemic. I feel like the hardest part was the diagnosis to the having a treatment plan. Like when I think about when I lost the most sleep and felt the most anxiety, I mean, there was still more anxiety to come, but my cancer was diagnosed on a screening MRI that I really almost didn't get. I thought my primary care doctor was being a little over the top, and why would I need that? But she was right, and I'm grateful that I had it. So I really was not expecting this at all, and it was yeah. So that was the obstacle of, okay, here I am in Bar Harbor, and I just got this news on a Sunday night. Like, what do I do? So there was lots of phone calls and trying to get myself an oncology appointment. At that point, you don't know how big, how far spread, what the treatment's going to be. Yeah, so that was hard. Yeah. And then the obstacles that lasted on the way were just, it's a long way to certain resources that I decided to seek out. And then with the pandemic, there was limited childcare and limited school and limited helpers. And that was hard. I mean, I remember just like the confusion around, I can't separate COVID from cancer. Like the confusion around people setting up pods and what was okay for other people just wasn't okay for us. And me feeling like, is this fair to my kids? And my husband said to me one day, which was just the perfect thing to say, we're a pod. You and me and the girls, we're the pod. And I just like held on to that and brings tears to my eyes because he was like, we had to get through it. And so it meant that I had to go to cancer treatment alone more than I had anticipated because he was with the kids. The Dempsey Center has supported my family. It was the social worker in radiation oncology who mentioned the Dempsey Center to me when I was asking her about support for my kids. And so that was what initially brought me to the Dempsey Center, and the Support for Seedlings program was great. And it was on Zoom because I'm not very close to anything where I live. And we probably wouldn't have accessed it if we had had to drive to the center. But that we could log in on Monday afternoons was fantastic, and that my kids really enjoyed it. And I felt good that they had an outlet to be like, there are other kids that are facing cancer in their family somehow, somebody else teaching them about the vocabulary, a place that they could ask questions besides to me, because their worlds were so small. I just finished treatment a couple months ago, and I feel like I still don't want to turn it into like a silver lining event. Like, I wish it didn't happen. And yes, I know I learned some things, but I'm like not ready to give it that positive spin. I mean, I remember people would say, oh, you're so strong, you're so strong. And I'm like, I don't want to be. Like, sometimes you don't feel it, and you actually just want, I just wanted someone to make it easier. And sometimes that's possible in some ways, but like the big brunt of it, of like facing your mortality possibly, is a really isolating thing. What I guess what I'm learning now that I'm talking this through, I don't want to lose that, what that close brush with my own mortality has brought me is and it probably may sound cliche as the words come out, but like I realized how much I love my life and how much I don't want to, I don't want to forget the preciousness of it and get back into the grind. And I imagine that might happen for people that as cancer gets farther and farther in the rearview mirror and life becomes more and more mundane again, Like I'm trying to set traps for myself in the future so that I remember how at one point, like I didn't care that my hair was falling out and I didn't care that I had neuropathy. I just wanted to do whatever it took to survive. And then once you're like, okay, I think I might survive this. Now the neuropathy and my hair falling out and the body changes rise up in the annoyance. And it was other survivors that said to me, I like a peer that I think I met through the Dempsey Center, and said, you're thinking about this all the time now, but that will get less and less. And it's hard to even believe it when you're in it. But I don't think about it all the time now. I definitely think about it every day, multiple times a day, but it's not constant, and that's an improvement.